Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SD channel, aka Spiritual Desires, for we are always spiritually led to our utmost desires. All right, well, thank you for tuning in today's episode here on the SD channel. Welcome if this is your first time, and welcome back to all of my returning viewers. Today, we are going to be doing a full tarot spread for the collective. And that means that we are reading for all zodiac signs because all zodiac signs are welcome here in this safe space, okay? As a disclaimer, I always like to let it be known that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. So understand that everything will not apply to you, your life, and your situation. However, the things that do apply, take it, and the things that don't, just leave it for someone else, okay? If you need a personal reading because you have a particular situation that you want some spiritual advice on, I truly recommend you reach out to my spiritual advisor. Her name is Elaine, and all of her information is in the description box below. So please reach out to her for she has a lot of services that she offers, okay? Well, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right. All right, Spirit. What do you have for my collective viewers today, Spirit? Spirit, what do you have for my collective viewers? All right. I always smudge my cards before each reading, and I try to do as well of a shuffle as I can, okay? So I've already shuffled off camera, but I want to go ahead and give these cards a really good shuffle to make sure that the energy is fresh and that we are really tuning and tapping into our energy, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and see what comes out. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? Hold on. Okay, well, I guess you want to come up too. All right, so they are definitely jumping. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so for the first card you have out, you have the Eight of Wands. All right. Second card you have out is the Queen of Cups. Next card you have out is the Tower. Next card you have out is the Nine of Cups. I love to see that card after the Tower. Next card you have out is the, oops, sorry about that. You have the Moon. All right. Next card you have out after that is the Star. Card you have out after that is the World. And all of your cards are coming out upright. I don't just read upright, I do reversals as well. But today all of your cards are in the upright. Next card you have out is the Temperance. All right, I'm gonna get one more. But at the bottom of the deck right now, you have the Six of Cups. So you really do have some beautiful cards and just a beautiful energy surrounding you. Things are truly looking up. I know that we are still currently in Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, but they are soon to go direct. So I think that a lot of things are going to be picking up for all of us here in the collective. And then the last card you have out is the Three of Cups, okay? And now at the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups. All right, so there are a lot of options ahead. A lot of different doors that will be opening up for you is what I'm feeling so far. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands, let's just start there, of course. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like things are starting to pick up pace. I feel like things are going to be moving swiftly. If things have kind of been a little staggered lately, if You feel as though you have been experiencing some setbacks, or things were just kind of at a standstill and you couldn't really move forward with any particular thing in your life, whether that be love, whether that be finances, whether that be jobs, whatever it is that you have been trying to achieve, if things were just moving very slowly, or if they just weren't ready to uh, progress at a point in time in the past, I think that now, or soon to come, you will be seeing things kind of pick up pace and start to move really swiftly for you, okay? Now, with the Queen of Cups, I feel as though whatever this is that's starting to pick up for you is going to really bring you a lot of emotional balance. It's going to bring you a lot of emotional security. It's going to bring you a lot of emotional awareness, okay? You're going to be able to uh, really be able to kind of show who you truly are, show your real self, show the loving side of yourself, your compassion, your sweetness. You're going to be giving love to a lot of people, whether that be friends, whether that be romantic, whether that be family. You're going to be just more expressive um, emotionally to all of the people in your circle. But yeah, I feel as though you're very centered. You have been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of praying, just really getting your mind centered and feeling just like opening up your mind to the possibility of new beginnings, the possibility of things coming in for you that you have been trying to manifest. Yeah, you're just feeling very good. You're feeling very inspired, and you and God are truly, or like you are truly trying to connect with God. You're truly trying to, or whoever your maker is, okay? It's not about religion, it's about you being able to connect with your higher self, you being able to master that emotional heightency of your brain, okay? So you're just very centered, you're very balanced, you're very poised. Okay, so with the Tower card coming out, I feel as though things are shaking up, okay, in a good way. I feel as though you're letting the universe do what it needs to do for you, okay? So you're not holding on to anything that doesn't serve you. You're not trying to stop an ending from happening if you know that it's meant for something to end in your life in order for something better to happen. Then you're just allowing the universe to do its job, okay? And a lot of times with the Tower, we never see it coming, which is okay. But I feel like in this instance, you're praying for a tower, you're praying for a change, you're praying for a new beginning, you're praying for evolution. Okay, and you know that in order for new things to come in, certain old things have to rid themselves out of your life. Okay, so just let go of the people that don't serve you, let go of the environment that doesn't serve you, let go of the job that doesn't serve you. And I don't mean just impulsively letting go of things. I just mean naturally letting go of them. You're not trying to harness or hold on to um, a place in life that just truly you have outgrown, honestly. Because right after that, again, you have the Nine of Cups coming in. So, in order to achieve this emotional success, in order to feel fulfilled in your life, in order to bring in all the good things in your life that you are manifesting, you know that you have to let change happen, okay? All right. So let things fall apart because good is to come after. All right. And so I think that you are just staying, you're staying true to yourself as the universe changes your life. Okay. So you could be moving to a new city or to a new state or to a new country. Who knows? But wherever it is that you're going, whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be um, very emotionally fulfilling for you. Okay, you're going to feel as though you are on the top of the world. You're going to feel as though all of your dreams are starting to come true. Um, all of the things that you have worked really hard for, you're starting to see them actually become tangible in your life. Okay, So, and then I also feel as though you're wanting to share your wealth, your good news, your all the things that are coming in your life for those that have been in your corner, supporting you, that have been in your corner, uplifting you, loving you. You can't wait to kind of share this good news with them, whatever the good news is, whether you have financial help coming in, whether you have a windfall of money coming in, whether you receive something. For whatever reason, I'm also getting that somebody could be getting engaged to. Okay, so that's a big change in your life because now you're going from being a single person to ultimately becoming a married person eventually. Okay, so and it's going to just bring you so much happiness, so much love, so much just like abundance flowing to you. Okay, so that's really good, and I think it's like you can already feel that the change is coming, and you're probably wanting it to happen as quick as possible. But at the end of the day, regardless of when it happens, because it is going to still shake your life up. So you can always think that you're prepared for something, but you're never really fully prepared for life changes. Okay. But those are the type of moments and changes that happen in our life that really push us in the trajectory that God wants us to go. Okay. So just always be open to change, regardless of if this change happens knowingly or unknowingly. All right. All right. So with the moon card, again, I feel as though you can already feel like you may be confused of how, when, where, what time, where you're going to be when this change happens, who you're going to be with. But so you don't really know, like you can't plan the change, but at the end of the day, I feel as though you know that the change is coming. You're just a little confused as to where exactly is this change leading me? Where exactly am I going to be going in this new beginning in my life? Okay. And so maybe you do have a lot of questions about what the future has in store. Excuse me. But ultimately, if you don't have all the answers that you need, that's okay. That's sometimes the beauty of life. We don't need to always plan ahead, or we don't need to have all the information. God will always show us what we need to know, and then we take those little tidbits and we apply them to our lives, and we just continue to move forward. And as we continue to move forward and progress, He is always going to give us all of the information, all of the help, all of the support that we need to keep going. Okay, so don't worry if everything isn't being illuminated to you right now. Just know that you're going in the direction that God has for you, and everything is going to work itself out at the perfect time. Okay. Because then again, after that, you have the star. All right, so you truly are manifesting your dreams into reality. You truly are seeing your goals come to fruition. Your it's like you yourself are shining really bright. Okay, you yourself are becoming a star. um I just truly feel as though you sense this newness in your life, and you know that it's just going to be the most beautiful thing that you've ever experienced. Okay, you know that you're moving in a direction that you have never lived through before. Okay. um if you're going to be starting a new business, it's going to be a very fruitful business. If you I'm also getting someone performing, so if you are a performer, whether that be a dancer, whether that be an actor, uh, whether that be a singer, whatever, you are just really like shining bright. Like the spotlight is on you, and you're really kind of like, if you like, let's say you are a performer and you have an audience, you're connecting with your audience in such a genuine way. Like you truly, it's like if you're a singer, the people in the audience are like in awe of you. Okay, they are just in awe of your performance style, of the way that you connect with people, of the way that you just open up their souls. You make them feel good. Okay, so you really are shining, and you really are manifesting a whole new world for you that it's just it's just going to take you by storm, and it's just going to be so overwhelming, but in a good way. Okay, because you have never been seen in this light before in your life. All right, so it's refreshing, and it's just like a very new thing for a lot of people to see you shining as much as you are. All right, and then after that, again, you have the world. Okay, so you're closing out an old chapter and you're starting a fresh one. All right, so all the lessons that you've learned, you now have learned them, and you're ready to progress forward in your life. You can take those lessons with you, and then you can apply them to you moving forward in a better direction now. Okay, so you're very in alignment with yourself, you're very whole, you're very fulfilled, and now you yourself have changed in a way that you're so unrecognizable. Okay, it's just like your aura is so uplifting. um you're just honestly on top of the world. And like, you also have the world in the palm of your hands. Okay, so you know that you have the ability to manifest it all. You believe in the impossible. You know that if others feel as though they can't, you can. All right, and you are truly showing this world that um you're not to be played with at the end of the day. Okay, you know that you are one of God's favorite, and you're going to use that power to your advantage, and you're going after the things that God has set for you. You're not minimizing yourself. You're not trying to suppress who you really are to fit, like the narrative of someone else. No, you are prospering in a way that is very genuine, um, and that feels right for you. Okay, like your heart is fulfilled. You're just very happy, and you know that you have everything that you need to keep going in this world and to really create a legacy for yourself that you are going to leave behind for decades and decades and decades to come. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so again, after that, you have the Temperance card. Okay, so just stay poised, stay balanced. Don't get too ahead of yourself. um a lot of times when we know that change is coming, because again, you know that. Oh, sorry. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to stop for a minute. But like I was saying, you know that change is coming. You know that um, God has something in store for you that's pushing you in a direction that is beneficial for your life, right? And so sometimes when we kind of can feel that change is coming, we can maybe at times lose our grounding, because we're so focused on the future that we kind of forget to live in the moment. So I would say just make sure that you're balancing your energy, make sure that you're staying connected to yourself, to the world around you, and that you are still in the moment working on things that need to be worked on in your life, because we're constantly evolving and growing every single day, every single hour of the day. Okay, so make sure that you don't get outside of yourself, or you don't become a little too overzealous and start pushing yourself and or pushing other people around you out of character. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you're just staying cool, calm, and collected, and that you're not and that you're just and that you're not getting off balance. Okay, so, and I think that you are. I think that you are staying very poised. I think that you are staying very calm. And if I'm just getting another message, if you have people around you that's like trying to take you out of character, because a lot of times when we start to feel good, it shows, as it should. But then you still have people that are on the outside looking in, and they don't understand why you're so happy, or they don't understand why all of a sudden you look so bright. You look, like you just look so good. They don't know where this came from. And so they're trying to take you off your rhythm. They're trying to knock you off your pedestal. Okay. Don't let that happen. So just be mindful. You're gonna have some haters. Anytime a person grows, changes, evolves, etc., you're going to have people wanting to hate, or wanting to just take that light out of your eyes. take that light out of your heart. Don't let them do that. All right. And then again, the cards you have after that is the Three of Cups. So you're just, to me, feeling very joyful. You could have good friends around you, good family, good people, good co-workers. But ultimately, I just think you're celebrating your wins. I think that you know that there is a lot in store for you. I think you know you've worked really hard for these new beginnings that are to come. I think that you have just been very focused on yourself, on making healthy changes for your life. And again, now you're starting to see certain things in your life pay off. And you are truly like, you're patting yourself on the back because you know what it took to get here. Okay. So I just think that you're very happy. You're surrounded by good friends, in that you're celebrating your wins as you should. Okay. You know that whatever wins are coming, you know you deserve them. All right. So if you've been competing with others for a particular job position, if you've been maybe looking for a house and you had some competition in the house market or whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to shine the brightest, and you're the one that's going to ultimately receive that offer or receive that new job title or whatever it is, right? And so you have people that are in your corner, people that truly wanted you to win this new position or wanted you um, to be the next supervisor, or whatever it is, or wanted you to get that house. So whatever it is that you're going after in your life, you are receiving it at the right time, and it's something that you know that you've worked really hard for and that you truly deserve. And I think you yourself are patting yourself on the back for job well done. Okay. And then again, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups. So it's like you have so many options, so many doors are opening up for you. You may have to kind of be mindful of which doors are the right ones for you to go through. Okay. Because you could have some people coming out of the woodworks like, oh, hey, well, you should try this or you should try that. Or why don't you look in this direction? Or, oh yeah, I know you like that house, but let you look at this house over here. Like, no, don't just let people come in and start offering you things that don't really align with your direction, okay? Because you're always going to have pleasure seekers, people that have their hand out, or people that um, ultimately may not want you to have better than them. So they try to deter you from what you really want to what you may think that you want. Okay. So just be mindful that there are going to be a lot of options ahead. But know that you have a lot of options you can choose from. But just be careful of the options that you choose. Okay. Make the right decisions, make the right choices. Um, because you just don't want to look back later and wish that you had did something different. All right. Okay, let's see. Um, all right, let's do some clarifications. Here, clarify the 8 of Wands. Here, clarify the 8 of Wands. Okay, so clarifying the 8 of Wands, you have the 6 of Wands and the Page of Swords. All right. So again, yeah, you got people watching you. They're curious. They're maybe wanting to study you, because they're trying to figure out like, wow, it seems like you just, to them anyway, it seems like you just kind of made a 360 overnight. All of a sudden, you went from being the cashier to being the supervisor, and they're like, whoa, where did this come from? Because you're shining very brightly. You're center stage. Okay. you are the head person in charge. You are the one that people look to now. Okay, so people are just very curious nonetheless, and they're wanting to kind of study you, but more like behind the scenes versus in your face. They're not trying to like have a tablet and a pen writing down your every move. But you have people that are watching, so keep that in mind. Because again, it seems like things are really picking up very quickly for you. And it's not like that they're all hating on this change of yours. They're just very curious as to how it happened and when it happened, because maybe you were really in hiding for a while as you worked on yourself, and now you're coming out and things are really taken off for you. And ultimately, it just has people wanting to know, wanting to ask many questions about it. Okay. And then you have the tower at the bottom of the deck here too. So that's the tower twice. So change is inevitable, honestly. It's coming for sure. So if you've been wanting change in your life, if you've been wanting things to, um, if you've just been wanting things to move in a different direction, um, that is 100% possible to happen. All right. So be open to the change, because a change is truly for sure coming. All right, Spirit, clarify the Queen of Cups. Spirit, clarify the Queen of Cups. Spirit, clarify the Queen of Cups. Okay. You got the King of Cups, but he came out in reverse. Okay, so verifying the Queen of Cups is the King of Cups. Oh no, you know what? I'm wrong. I can feel the energy. No, he's upright. So you have the King of Cups upright. Okay, so you could have, honestly, collective, I feel as though you could have met your match. Okay, so if this is a love situation that you have been trying to manifest in your life, I feel as though you have someone coming in wanting to offer you just as much love as you're offering them. Okay, I feel like the two of you are very balanced. The two of you are very emotionally stable, and I feel like the two of you have a lot of love for each other. Okay, um, so if you know that you have something, if you know that you have someone in mind, um, that is coming in and wanting to offer you love, I would say definitely be open to seeing where this connection can go. Okay, because yes, it's not, there aren't any pinnacles between the two of you, so sometimes emotions can run high, and you can maybe harp too much on the emotional side that you don't take enough time to be practical about the connection. But at the end of the day, to me, in my opinion, love really can conquer all. So the fact that this connection is coming in with a lot of love, and a lot of emotional stability, and the both of you just have a sense of compassion and wanting to offer a lot to each other. And so I think that this relationship can really mature into something healthy. And at the end of the day, it's like you want a home life that has a lot of love. Okay, will it be love through your kids, love through your parents, or of course love through a soulmate? And right now, that's what I'm truly feeling. It's like you and someone are truly connecting on a soul level. And so this relationship really can be something beautiful to manifest into reality. Okay. Yeah. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay. Spirit, clarify the tower. Spirit, clarify the tower. Okay. First card you have out here is the Seven of Swords in reverse. All right. Spirit clarify the Tower. Spirit clarify the Tower. Okay, so if somebody thought that they were going to get away with something, oh my goodness, are they not? That is all that I'm feeling with that Seven of Swords clarifying the Tower. Spirit clarify the Tower one more. So if you have someone in your life, or you collective, if you have been, it's like if you've been trying to hide from something, okay, you're not going to be able to hide from it, all right? But also, if there was just people around you that were trying to steal from you, that were trying to take something from you, whether, again, that be a job, a position, an offer, it's not going to work. Like, they're wasting their time, because ultimately God is going to move these people out of the way. And a lot of times, with it clarifying the Tower, this is going to be a shakeup that they could have never saw coming. Okay, it's going to be a shakeup that they're not prepared for. Okay, I don't think any. Okay, one more for the Tower. All right, you have the Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I'm sorry, you have the King of Wands. All right, now it came out in reverse, but I feel like it wants to be upright. So yes, it's like you are about to be very in charge of your life. Whoever thought that they could play with you, whoever thought that they could take opportunities away from you, like I feel sorry for them. Honestly, I truly do. I feel sorry for them, because the level of power and strength and control that you have in this situation is so much bigger than what anyone could ever think that they could, like, stop you from doing. You know what I mean? Like, if they thought that they could stop you from manifesting, if they thought that they could stop you from taking charge, if they thought that they can stop you from being the winner that you are, they are truly, truly misguided. Okay. And so they're going to find out really quickly that whatever efforts that they were trying to put in behind the scenes, that they thought would stop you from elevating, I mean, honestly, it's almost like in return it did the opposite for you. And it's like the energy that they put out towards you, they're getting it back. So their lives are going to shake up just as well for the worse, just as well as your life is about to shake up for the better. Okay. Very clarify the Nine of Cups. Very clarify the Nine of Cups. All right. So you have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So you're working really hard. Like, again, whatever this is that you've manifested, um, especially if you've been working on it for a very long time, whatever this is, you truly have done your due diligence. Like, you really have been focusing on yourself, your growth, your maturity, your evolution in life. Like, you are not playing about your dreams. You're not playing about your goals. You're not playing about the fact that you know you deserve to have everything come back to you that you've put out into the universe. It's almost like you want, like, you know that you've put out good karma, and you want that good karma to come back in return. Okay. And it is. I mean, again, you've been focusing on yourself. You've been working really, really hard, tirelessly. Okay. You've been putting in the groundwork. You truly have been, um, literally, like, building things, whether you've been building your home from the ground up, or whether you've just been, maybe you started a new business and you've been focusing on building that business from the ground up. Maybe you just started a YouTube channel, and it'll take time to get views and subscribers and things of that nature. So you're just focusing. You're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on manifesting all the things it is that you want for your life. Okay, so continue to do that, because it's definitely going to pay off. So if things weren't um, going great in the past, and you decided, well, you know what, since maybe you have worked on something previously, but it never really took off. Well, you said to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to keep working, because if I keep working, then ultimately it will eventually start to things will start to look on the up and up, and you will start to attract whatever it is that you want for yourself. Here, clarify the moon. Here, clarify the moon. Oh, clarifying the moon, you have the sun. What total opposite is that? Okay, so yeah, clarifying the moon, you have the sun. All right, so um, you're going to be very happy. You're going to be very um fulfilled. You're going to feel as though only good things are coming to you. Okay, like it doesn't matter like what challenges you may have had to experience. It doesn't matter what people may have tried to stop you or take you off your rhythm. Like you are just moving towards happiness. You have so much belief and faith in your future, and in whatever it is that you're manifesting. And so you are focused on that. Again, you may not know how everything is going to go. You may be confused about certain ways in which things are going to play out, but you know that you're going in the trajectory of happiness. Okay, so nobody's going to, because this happiness comes from within. Okay, so this is emotional fulfillment on another level. So it doesn't matter good or bad. People could be supporting you, people could be not supporting you. At the end of the day, it's all about how you feel within, and you are just feeling good. So continue to continue to just feel bright. Continue to move in a direction that you know is going to bring in the success that you are, that you're going towards. And also make sure that you're getting your rest, because you do have the Four of Swords as well. So make sure that you're taking your time to rejuvenate. Make sure that you're taking your time to get some good sleep. Make sure that you're taking your time just to balance your emotions and keep your body balanced as well. Okay, so this happiness comes from you. It comes from you staying balanced. All right, so again, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks, good or bad. It's about how you feel on the inside, and feeling good on the inside ultimately is just going to reward you externally. Okay, so just keep up the good work again, because I feel like you've been working very hard. um you put your head down, and you really did focus on you started to focus on your maturity. Okay, you started to focus on becoming a leader. You started to focus on being able to depend on yourself. All right, very clarify the star. Very clarify the star. Very clarify the star. Okay, so you have the Hierophant, but it's in reverse. Okay, this is what it would look like upright, but you have it in reverse. Okay, so I think you were just trying to do things differently. Honestly, I feel as though you're going against the norm. I feel as though, yeah, I feel as though you are just not like keeping yourself in a particular box. Okay, so if people wanted you, or if people only wanted to look at you one way, you have truly just changed their mind, because them seeing you kind of like become this brand new person, and kind of become, I guess, like the belle of the ball, right? Because you're shining so bright, I feel as though it just has a lot of people wondering, how did this happen? when did this happen? When did this person become this person? But I really feel as though you switched up the way that you were doing things in your life. If in the past you typically would toe the line, if you've kind of followed a remedy that maybe your parents and your ancestors have always kind of went down. So like, let's just say, you've always been told, you go to school, you get an education, you get a degree, you find a job, you get married, you invest in the stock market, you work really hard for all these years, you retire, you know what I mean? And then you live a retirement life until whenever. But you're like, no, um, that's not how I'm going to live my life. Not only is it not how I'm going to live my life, that's not how I'm going to be the best person that I can be. Like, that is not the the way God wants me to live. Okay. Maybe it was good for you. Maybe it has always been good for most of people in the past, but for you, your life moving forward, you're like, no, I'm going to do things differently because I want a different outcome, right? At the end of the day, staying bound to a particular way of thinking, it doesn't create change. It doesn't create progress, right? It just kind of keeps us stuck to a particular way of living and a particular way of doing things. And in order to receive things that others have never received, you have to do things that others never do. Okay, so you're just doing things differently. You're doing things on your own terms. And another message that I am getting here: if you were married, this is a side note. If you were married, or if you still are married, you may be on the verge of separation, on the verge of getting a divorce. Or maybe you and your person are just wanting to take some time apart and see what else is out there. Okay? That's just a side message that I'm getting. All right, so clarify the world. Clarify the world. Okay, so clarifying the world. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Devil in reverse. Okay? So, showing you right there. All right, so, hmm, hmm. Okay, again, things are coming full circle for you. Okay, so if in the past you felt as though you weren't able to handle certain responsibilities, or certain things just was not working out for you, maybe you were having some financial difficulties, um maybe you owed some money, and you couldn't find money to pay off certain things in your life, whether that be bills, taxes, anything, right? Like, if you just felt as though more money was going out than what was coming in, I feel as though that's part of this change for you. Okay, that's part of this shakeup. So you could have certain things in your life that just honestly, and I know this sounds crazy, but they just like poof, be gone, right? So let's just say, I'm giving an example, right? Let's just say you're at a parking meter, okay, and you didn't put enough money in the parking meter, right? And so by the time you came back to your vehicle, you got a ticket. Well, you say, okay, whatever. You're mad in the moment. It is what it is. You just have to deal with it and pay the ticket. Well, you called to pay the ticket. Come to find out, the officer who gave you the ticket didn't input it in the system right. So now the ticket is just gone. You can't pay the ticket. They don't have any record of the ticket. And so you call, and the people even tell you, like, well, we don't see this ticket in our system. And so we're just letting you know, like, this there are no fines to pay because this ticket don't exist. So it's like that problem just went away out of nowhere, right? You could have never expected something like that to go in your favor. But that's what I'm getting here. I feel as though something like that could happen where you were experiencing an issue and it just all of a sudden goes away. Now, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I mean with the Devil in reverse, um, there could be a level of toxicity that you have been experiencing, but you are releasing that now, okay? So if there was an addiction, right? Let's just say you had an addiction to spending money, or let's say you had a gambling addiction, something of that nature. I feel as though you have now released that way, that toxic way about yourself. And you now see the error in your ways when it comes to that addiction that you had, and you either got help for it or you yourself just gained the strength to release it. Okay, you prayed about it, you went and talked to an advisor about it. Whatever it is that you did that helps you to relinquish that disease, because ultimately anytime we uh let something overcome us, it is a disease. All right. It doesn't have to be a medical type disease. No, it can be a spiritual disease. It can be a mental disease, right? Okay. And so if it was a mental state that you were stuck in, that especially when it comes to your finances, because I am getting a strong financial message here. If there was something that you were doing financially that wasn't healthy and wasn't conducive to you, your life, and the things that you are trying to overcome in this world, you are finally now releasing it. You're letting it go, and you're able to look yourself in the mirror and realize and acknowledge the fact that this was a problem for me. And now that I can admit that I have the problem, I can actually work on fixing the problem. Okay? So be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself for doing the work. Be proud of yourself for admitting that you had a certain flaw or a certain fault about yourself that needed to be changed and worked on. All right. All right. Spirit clarify temperance. Spirit clarify temperance. Spirit clarify temperance. Spirit clarify temperance. Okay. All right. So you have the Seven of Cups. All right. Now this time it came out reverse. Okay. So, and it's clarifying the Temperance card. All right. So, again, be careful. Be careful of people trying to, be careful of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay. I feel as though as you start to balance things out in your life, you really are going to have people that want to come in and kind of deflect. All right. Deflect from you going in the right direction. Okay. So especially, let's just say you have people that are close to you that you don't yet see how manipulative they are, right? And so they come in offering you something shiny, something pretty, something that looks good. And so they didn't shine it up so much that they now got a cubic zirconia looking like a diamond. Okay. So don't let people um play with you or play you into doing something that you don't want to do. Okay, because they can make something look a lot better than what it is. All right, so it's like contrary to the belief, it's not what you think that it is, right? Okay, so just be mindful of things that people try to offer you, try to give you. Make the right decisions for yourself, uh, and just be logical. Don't and also, if you have somebody that's trying to tempt you and trying to like get under your skin, don't let these people get to you, okay? Like, because you know you're working on yourself. And as we're like evolving in this world, at the end of the day, change doesn't happen overnight. So even though, like, let's just say you're a person with anger issues, and you know you have anger issues, and you've been trying to change that about yourself, and you see the growth, you see that every time someone tries to get you out of character, you're able to kind of breathe in, breathe out, and just release any negativity. And you're able to even conduct yourself in a when they go low, you go high type of vibe, right? But you still are going to have people that are trying to test you, trying to tempt you, um, and they want to forcefully take you out of character. All right. You have to understand that that is just the devil at play. All right. So don't give the devil what he wants. All right. Because with this devil card in reverse and this seven of cups in reverse, I do feel as though even though as you are trying to heal, you are trying to get rid of toxic ways about yourself. You have people that are wanting to come in and offer you things that just are not conducive to your growth. Okay. So just be mindful of that. All right. Because, yeah, then you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. So you are in the midst of coming out of a very tough cycle. All right. And you are at the end. You're at the end of all of your pain. You're at the end of all of your setbacks. You're at the end of all of your worries and your troubles. Of course, we're all going to always have something that we have to deal with. That's just life. Okay. But it's all about the lessons that you're learning along the way. But as you evolve, as you transition into new phases in your life, you will experience less problems if you are staying on a high vibrational playing field. Okay. So just don't let people disturb you. All right. Or take you out of your center, because they're just trying to trap you, and they're trying to stop you from receiving all the good things it is that God has in store for you. Okay. All right. Last but not least, let's clarify the Three of Cups. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups. Oh, this video is getting long. Clarify the Three of Cups. All right. So you have, it came out again. Oh my goodness. Okay, so clarifying the Three of Cups, you have the Moon in reverse and the Tower. Okay, so again, both of these cards have already come out in this spread. So this time, though, the Moon is in reverse. So I think something is coming to light for you. I think whatever it is that you are confused about is going to come and it's going to shock the hell out of you, though. Okay, you are going to start to see things open up for you. You're going to start to see the right direction that God is pushing you towards, okay? And it is going to change your life forever. When the Tower comes in, you can never go back to the life you had prior to the Tower, okay? So it's almost like if you go to jail for the first time, yeah, you may get out of jail, hopefully, but at the end of the day, you can never now say you never went to jail, right? You cannot go back to not have ever going to jail once you've gone to jail, even once you get out. So again, that is just an example. Hopefully nobody is in or going to jail. But whatever it is that you were confused about when it comes to the trajectory in which your life is going, you are going to start to see things open up for you in a way that is going to shock you. Okay. In a way that is going to, I mean, just take you, like, it's going to be very overwhelming at times, because you're not, it's like you're going to have to constantly pinch yourself like, wow, is this my life now? Am I really this happy now? Am I really this fulfilled now? Do I really have these good friends around me now? Like, you're going to start to meet more people that are starting to feel like a soul family for you as well. It's something that I'm feeling here. People that uplift you, people that just get you. Like, you guys just vibe so well together. And it's like, it's just a natural feeling. You could just meet a random stranger, and next thing you know, you feel as though they've known you, they know more about you than people that you've known all of your life. Okay. So you just have a lot of changes, a lot of changes. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Wands. So keep defending yourself. Again, that's about these haters that want to come in and knock you off because you're so freaking happy. And it feels as though you made just like one hell of a change, just like that. It's like they think it happened overnight, but no, you've been working. You've been working extremely hard. So nobody's going to diminish the effort that you've put in, and you're not going to allow them to. And I think you are keeping yourself uh very what's the word, like you're protecting your energy at all costs. Okay, you're not letting these people get to you. If they want to think that they can come in and fight you, well, they better be ready for a fight. All right, because you have your one and it's lit up, and you will burn anybody that tries to get in your way. All right. Okay, so they can play with you if they want to, but it's not going to work for them. And they will reap their karma. Just like you getting your good karma, if they try to mess with you, God will show them who can mess around, okay? They're going to F around and find out. That is all I can say on that, okay? So, collective, that is what I have for you in today's tarot spread. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you come back for another one, all right? But until then, make sure that you are being safe, be blessed, be good to yourself, and be good to others, okay? I will see you all in the next one. Bye.